Hey everyone, welcome to the director's commentary for my short film Extremity. If you don't know me already, my name is Alec LaTulip. I'm 22 years old. I'm a filmmaker. I write, direct, act. I produce because I have to. And I also sometimes do backflips in the sport of parkour. So that being said, that is kind of what you need to know about me. If you haven't already seen my short film Extremity, the link is in the description. I suggest you go check it out, obviously before watching this so you don't spoil anything. Film itself is only 6 minutes, 7 minutes and 25 with the credits. Watch the credits. I want everyone to get the recognition they deserve, which is why there's the credits, obviously. So let's get into it. Start right back here at the beginning, and here we go. I'm pretty much just going to stop it along the way. What is that? A piece of hair, apparently. So I'm just going to stop it along the way, and anything that I want to say, any thoughts that I have, pretty much whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to stop it, talk about it. So here we go. First thought. Here we go. First thought. Initially, what I was hoping for was the shot to already be there, and then we see the fire, But, and what we did is we lit it with kerosene. Well, we didn't light it with kerosene, but we put kerosene on it, and we lit it that way. What happened was I did not articulate that idea to Uther, who shot it, and so he said action after I lit the fire. I was thinking one thing, I didn't communicate it, and it got messed up. Come to find out, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because all of the audio is done in post-production, so that wouldn't have really mattered hearing that action. But I also stopped my action now that I think of it anyway, so that wouldn't have worked out. But anyway, that's what I was initially wanting. Ryan Valachi. I like this shot. I don't know. Uther did a really great job. Everyone did a really great job, but Uther with these shots, gorgeous. So again, just to remind you, all of the audio is done in post-production. So any dialogue you're hearing, we recorded after the fact, and 99% of the sound effects are done in post-production. So, yeah. Came out pretty good.
You took someone from me. Someone I love. Someone I'm gonna get back.
What are you talking about?
You're gonna tell me where she is, or you're gonna learn real quick how thin my patience is.
I wrote in the script, you took someone from me, someone I love, someone I'm gonna get back. But I wasn't feeling it. And so we did a take where I just walked up to him and said, where is she? I didn't say it like that, but I said the line, where is she? And we ended up putting that in. And I think it worked pretty well. Actually, those were the lines that I used for the teaser trailer. What was my second thought? I don't know what my second thought was, but there was a funny moment. It is in the BTS. You can't really hear it because the music's too loud. I didn't balance it too well on that part. But when we were rehearsing this take, I did that line that I just said. You're gonna learn real quick how thin my patience is. And Ryan was like, owie, owie, owie. It's funny. Ryan, good guy, cool guy. Ryan Valachi, everyone.
Fuck you.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Where is she?
All right. I'll tell you, please, stop. No trailer park. The lot by the tracks.
How many? How many?
Two of them.
Thank you.
So, what I was going for with my character was this guy is literally not messing around. There is no negotiating. You will tell me where she is, or you're gonna regret it. And like, even here, like, I love what I did there. How many like that I really liked. And then kind of like my look to the side, and I'm like this, like, you sure, kind of like a badass. And then Ryan, of course, taking it to the gut like a champ. I lost. I laughed. I'm glad the shot could not see me in it because I started to laugh. Meanwhile, Ryan's just, it was just direct eye contact with me as he's. I didn't expect it to. I don't know what I expected it to look like, but I did not prepare myself for that one. I like this walk off to the title. It's pretty good, I think. This scene right here was actually supposed to be at the beginning. So the way that it was written in the script was I drive out to the middle of nowhere, I reach into the trunk, next thing you know, the fire goes up, and I have the hostage. So we just flipped it around. I liked it opening up with the fire scene. We flipped it around. So instead of me grabbing a hostage, we just added a metallic sound of me grabbing the gun. And that's it. So pretty much just me going to the trailer or the trailer park and getting ready for some action, you know? This shot right here was actually just shot. Most of the film, the fire scene and the action scene, we shot at my grandparents' trailer. They've passed away, and the trailer is being destroyed, so we pretty much could do with it what we will within reason. And most of it was shot there, but this shot was actually near a graveyard right by the trailer. And we just kind of, there was this building there with a light on it, and no one was there. No one was doing it. I think they hold like the tractor for like the cemetery. Or if that's, I don't know what's in the building, but that's where we shot this. So this shot we actually got on day 3. We shot 2 nights, primary nights, and we got everything pretty much. There are 2 things. Okay, so we got ADR, we got this shot, and then we got the last final shot in the film on night 3. We needed the ADR because audio, we just had, it went wrong, bad. Everything went really smoothly on set, and then it hit us. So we had to do ADR for everything, and then we got an extra couple shots, like the last shot, which I'm so glad we got because it ending the way that it ended before that last slow-mo shot that you'll see. I'm trying not to spoil the film, but I already... Spoilers! The last shot where we're walking in slow motion, it was previously going to end with just our heads together. I'm like, I can't end like that. So we just got that one shot. And this shot, we previously went from this to like I don't know where the other shot was, to be honest, but I wanted this to kind of like track me as I go to the trunk, and you can hear as I reach in that I'm grabbing like a weapon. Shout out to Liz. This is the first time her face has been in one of my projects. We worked together on Kate. She was the voice for the news anchor Julia Knight. She was my grandmother, my younger grandmother in Mr. C, except she had one line. Oh, she did. Yeah, she did have she had a line, but she didn't like have a face performance. So we just saw the back of her head as she said her line, essentially. And now we're seeing her face with no lines. And I did give her the opportunity towards the end of the film. When I killed the final guy and I go to console her, I said, "Now's your chance. If you want to throw in a line, Liz, go for it." And she's like, "I'll probably just go." And I said, okay, all right. But my next short film, she's going to have both the face and the vocal performance. So she's earned it. But she crushed it. Everyone crushed it. Keep in mind, this is all, like I said, post-production sound. Like, just that little, like, the paper going down. Yeah. Also, if you guys are noticing a slight delay in, like, the audio to picture, I am aware of that. I'm using OBS. I'm not familiar with this type of stuff, so it's just what I looked at it. It doesn't seem like a super big delay, but if you are picking up on it, just know that that is the way that it is with what I've got going on. You're not going insane.
Can I help you with something?
Pausing again. Will, creepy AF. Teardrop on his eye. Got a whole flame tattoo. The flame was way bigger than I was expecting. When they said, hey, let's put a flame on his neck, I'm like, all right. I was not expecting. I mean, you have to understand, like, it went from here to here. And it was, like, completely covering his neck. It was way too much, in my opinion. But it had already been started. And it didn't take, like, super long to do. So I let them do their thing. But, yeah, it was a crazy tattoo. Talented guy who did it. Johnny Mack. He's the final guy that I, pop. And Will, yeah, he did a great job. He really played it creepy. In fact, you'll notice here. Well, I'll tell you in a sec.
I said, can I help you with something? So you're still not talking, huh? Well, you are gonna be here for a while, so might as well make yourself comfortable. Maybe I can help you get settled in, if you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, that is no way to treat a...
Right there. He said, don't even tell Liz, but I'm gonna, that is no way to treat a gentleman. I'm gonna kick the wall. Hopefully get a genuine reaction out of her. I don't even think we got her reaction in the shot. Nothing really happened with it. But that was. I mean, obviously this entire performance is all him. But he was very. Will is very intricate with what he does. We actually just saw, my girlfriend and I. We went to go see a play that he was in. I think it was called Midsummer. And there was a part where he could have just been like, what was that thing? What was that thing? Oh, yeah. But instead he was like, what was that thing? That. And he's just really intricate with his things. And you notice, like, spit into the bottle with his tobacco, which is a Tootsie Roll. We were all cringing on set. He really good. Really good.
Gentlemen.
Also, terrible actor. Just kidding.
Hey! I'm gonna take this bitch out back and I'm gonna show her some respect.
VFX, same guy who shot the film, just as good as the actual footage we have. Uther. Shot of Liz in there. Johnny Mac.
Let's go! Stay here!
One thing, so we used granola, which is honestly kind of obvious. The blood was way too thin, and the granola it didn't look as good as it could have. But I'll keep that in mind for next time. One thing I would have done is I would have asked our makeup artist, Cami, to do a little bit more, like, I'm not a makeup guy, I don't know the terminology for it, but like cover up or something on the side of the scar, just so it blended in more with his face. But that and the blood are the only two things that I would change. But it still looked gross. Right here, I would get rid of this shot. I did not edit this. Uther, the guy that shot it, into the VFX, he also edited it. And we went back and forth with a lot of cuts, and I'll get into like some of the issues that we had, like with sound. The moral of the story is, don't send the cut to your music and sound if it's not final. I made that mistake. Is what it is. We learned through multiple cuts back and forth, and Uther was a champ, figured it out, and I totally forgot where I was going with that. Oh, but we got to a point where, like, okay, this film is done. Enough of these small little things. Because I could keep going and going, you know what I mean? We all could, as our own critics. But this particular shot right here, I wasn't a huge fan of. I think it would have looked fine if we had better lighting, because it goes from kind of bright to kind of dark. And you can't really tell that we're panning up to my shoulder until it comes out here. So I probably would have cut from here directly to this shot is what I would change if I could. Epic fight coming up. Love it. The last fight scene I did was in Inside Out. Guys, go watch Inside Out. It wasn't even a full fight scene. It was clips because the fight scene was that bad. It was my first fight scene. I tried doing it with a clone of myself. It was really, really bad. But this, really, really good. I loved this fight scene. I mean, let's look at Johnny. Look at this guy's face. This guy literally threw himself into this performance and through the door, as you could tell. So even in the BTS, he throws himself multiple times through that door as a champ. But he totally looks the part. And we kind of, like, I had an idea of what the fight would look like. And it was, like, maybe a couple things were similar to the idea I had originally. But we pretty much created this the night of. So, yeah, I think it came out really good. And what really helped, Uther with his freaking movements. When he goes with the punches, or out or in with me as I fall through the door, and then fought like God love him, Uther. Right here too, like, we were trying to figure out how to do this, and I think it was Uther's suggestion to do the push to the side. So we basically do one punch where I go like this, another one where I go, and then the third one, boom. You know, just those little movements. Like, even like, watch when Johnny comes over. Watch. Well, I mean, it switches from this shot to another shot, but still, you can see it. And that next shot's like my favorite shot. With everything. I love that shot. This one shot right here, boosh, through the door, up, and then as I kick Johnny, the light flickers literally as I kick him. Got Liz there. She's using, not this one, but this is the same brand. This methanol. Oops, the camera's not there. That's my microphone. The camera's also not up there. It's right here. This methanol tear stick, which I got for the next short film I'm doing. But yeah, she crushed it. Super convincing. Everyone crushed it, honestly. Seriously. I love this ringing and muffled voice.
Hey. Baby. You're okay. Come here. It's gonna be okay.
Hand grab. Ugh. And it was gonna end right there. But we got this shot on day 3. Thank God, because that would have been a weird ending. A random ending, rather. We we did this take a couple times, and this is the one that we decided to do. Like, we tried to get through the door at the same time and go through the hallway at the same, like, well, I mean, we kind of did go through the hallway, like, side by side, but, like, it's a tight space. This trailer is really tight. Like, that fight was not easy in a tight space, but we made it work. But we decided that ultimately, like, I would come out, I think this was Uther's suggestion as well, where I come out, I make sure the coast is clear, and then I, you know, because I'm a gentleman, you know what I mean? That is Extremity. That is Extremity. Yeah. I think it came out really good. The first film festival that I submitted it to accepted it, and it didn't win, but it made it to be called a finalist. And that was the first festival. I think there's like 4 more. San Jose, Los Angeles Movie Awards, Exit 6, and I think maybe 1 more in there. And I also submitted Mr. C to a couple. But yeah, that's Extremity. A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy, but we got a really, really good project out of it. We'll go to this beautiful shot of Will's brain guts here as we kind of... Wow, I keep missing it. As we kind of go over close. But it was a really fun project. One thing that I am aware of, that I'm keeping note of, is there wasn't much story to it, right? It was we've seen Guy Saves Girl before. It's just kind of my version of it. There's nothing unique to it. Whereas like Mr. C, there was. Even Inside Out, there was. The Sniper didn't have the level of action and cinematic feel that this does. But even that had like a story, like a twisted ending, you know what I mean? I don't want to say like a story equals, or a twisted ending equals a story. I'm just saying like something to it other than just action. This was just action, and it came out really, really good. But one thing that I'm going to try for the next action film is to mix this production value of action with the story value, the story quality of The Sniper. Because I love The Sniper story. I think it came out really good. I think the twist at the ending, if you haven't seen The Sniper, check it out. I'll also put a link in the description. It's on my channel too, if I do forget to put the link. I won't forget to put the link, but if I do, it's on my channel. That story with the twist at the ending. So I didn't go into this with the intention of it just being a piece to practice action, but I did want to make something action. But coming out of it, I'm realizing, so it was cool. It's a story we've all seen a million times, but it came out great. So it's not my favorite film. My favorite film is actually Mr. C, because the production value was there and the story was there. The production value is there. Story's kind of lacking, because like I said, it's a generic cliche, guy saves girl. But I'm going to make sure that we take the experience with this film and we mix that in with something that actually has a unique story. Something that will really pack a punch and have the ability to really capture the viewer beyond just, hard-pumping action. So that's something I'm definitely going to keep in mind for the future. My next short film, not going to give any spoilers. If you're close to me and you're involved or you're involved in the project, then you know what it's about. But obviously, it goes without saying, it's confidential. But we are shooting that July 26th. So here in just a couple weeks, so already on it. I'm trying to get more work done rather than a film every 6 months or every year. I'm trying to just make. So before this was even finished, I was planning this next one. I already have. I had an idea for the next one after this next one, but it's grown to be something bigger, so it's going to be further out. So I'm going to make some more things before that. But I'm really excited. This came out great. I'm really excited for the next one. And thank you guys for joining me for Director's Commentary version of Extremity, and I will see you in the next video.